Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So glad you are here today. I hope your day is going well. I got this revelation from the Lord, and I just want to share it with you guys. God doesn't just protect us, He preserves us. God doesn't just protect us, He preserves us. All right, follow along with me. Let's go to scriptures. Psalms 16 verse 1 KJV. It says, "Preserve me, O God, for in thee do I put my trust." Psalms 121 verses 7 to 8. "The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore." All right. So, just like how if you were to have a piece of meat, right? And you decide, hey, you don't want to use this meat until like in a month, right? You can't just leave the meat on the counter for a month, because at that time, by a month's time, that meat is going to be what? Spoiled, smelly, rotten. It will deteriorate, right? So when you put the meat away in the freezer, right, you preserve it until you are ready for it. Okay. And that's what God does. He sends his people into isolation to keep you from harm, to protect you, but also to preserve you until he is ready for you. He literally, not literally, but he will like tuck you away. All right. Many people have been in isolation and is currently in isolation, and it's not a bad thing. Okay, isolation is protection, but it's also preservation. All right. So when I was thinking about this message, the first person that came to mind was Captain America. I know. Okay. Captain America. And I don't even know the story like that, so I had to go do some research, right? So anyways, he found himself in the ocean somehow, and basically he was preserved for like many decades, right? He was like kind of trapped in ice, right? So there was like a whole ice that encamped around him, if you may, and it kept him preserved until like the 21st century. Okay. And clearly this is all fiction, but still, that was the first thought that came to mind, right? And it preserved him, and then he was found by S.H.I.E.L.D., and then they taught him out, and then that's when he joined the Avengers, and he was able to help the Avengers save the world. Okay, all the things. So basically, that's what God does. He hides his righteous people. He puts you in isolation to protect you from the wolves and just the elements of the world. Okay, and he wants to like tuck you away so you don't deteriorate. He wants to tuck you away so you don't get rotten. He tucks you away so you don't get spoiled. Okay, had he left you out in the open, the world would have probably conquered you like it conquered most people, and it would have made you rotten. It would have deteriorated you. So God, he's like, no, I need you, friend. I need you. So I'm gonna take you and I'm gonna pull people away from you. I'm gonna move people away from you, and I'm gonna move you away from some people. Okay, and I'm gonna tuck you, and I'm gonna take you, and I'm gonna tuck you away in hiding, and just so I can preserve you until I say it's time. Okay, and mind you, you're not like in a cave or anything like that. You're out and about doing your thing, but you're still isolated. Okay, you're still isolated. God has tucked you away for such a time as this. He needed to preserve you so he can use you to help save the world. Really, that's really you are a superhero. You're a superhero, friend. Okay, he needed to preserve your organs, preserve your lungs. He wants everything to be fresh. By the time he's ready to use you, things need to be fresh. Okay, some of you guys, you're probably in your 40s and 50s, and you look 20s. Okay, not only does your physical appearance look amazing, but your organs, they are working like a 19-year-old. Okay, they are moving and you are preserved and your health is good and all of that, because God needs you to last longer, okay? He needs you to remain on the earth for a long time. So he preserves his people, as well as he gives his people rest. I've said this before, and I've experienced this in my own life. I've experienced this in the past, okay? And I've experienced this in my own life, okay? Before God next level anybody, he always gives you rest. Even the Europeans understand this. They take a lot of rest. They take a lot of breaks because they understand when you do not take breaks, when you do not take rest, you burn out way faster than people who do, okay? Before God sends you out on your assignments, he always gives you a period of rest. There's many people who God has told them to quit their job and they are not working right now, okay? And they have to rely on God to provide for their every need, just like the Israelites, right? Some of you guys are working part-time. Some of you guys are working per diem, okay? And God has told you, you know that he has told you to release that job or to start this new adventure, which would require you to rely on him, okay? And just so he can get you to rest, because the assignments he has for his people require this period of rest. This is not uncommon. This is something that he does because God understands a thing. He's like, if I can preserve you, you can last longer. And I need you to be here longer. I need you on the earth because I need you to help change lives. I need you. You have a purpose. You have a destiny, okay? You have a purpose and you have a destiny. And I need to keep you. I need to preserve you, all right? So if you feel tucked away, if you feel isolated, you need to understand that he's not just keeping you away from the wolves. He's preserving you until he says it's go time. Trust and believe that God knows what he's doing. He had a plan all along, okay? He's not a crazy person. He's not a madman. He doesn't just isolate for no reason, okay? There's a whole plan behind this. And some of you guys already have insights on this, all right? So he doesn't just tuck you away for no reason. He tucks you away because he wants to use you mightily whenever he says it's time, all right? So for those of you guys who are in isolation right now, I encourage you to just stay very close to God. Continue reading his word, okay? His word is your daily bread, okay? You need to eat. You need to eat every day, multiple times a day, okay? You need to eat. His word is your daily bread. Stay close to him. He that's part of the isolation anyways. He wanted you to stay close to him. Hear his voice. Be very clear. He wants you to have clarity in this time. All right? So don't waste your isolation season. Don't waste it. Because it serves a great purpose. It serves a very great purpose. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing to the channel. Take care.